Should American Sign Language be offered in schools across America? This is a relatively underrated topic and deserves to have some light shed on it. Uh, mm, every time, every speech. Um, for those who may not know, American Sign Language is a visual or gestural language and the dominant form of communication within the deaf community, and not just the U.S., but frequently in parts of South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, and parts of the Middle East, but is most widely used in America with 250,000 to 500,000 deaf and hard of hearing individuals using it in their everyday life. Uh, I think it's time that that we ooh, that we connect with this otherwise isolated community and allow our youth to form positive peer-to-peer relationships and better communicate and interact with the deaf community. The plethora of benefits it holds with communication, cultural understanding, and some struggles that they deal with, as well as the many career opportunities and situational benefits that make you ask yourself, why haven't we started sooner? The benefits of learning sign language at an early age are numerous. Sign language is one of the most widely used languages in the U.S., with it being the fourth most studied language in American universities, yet only 35 states have recognized it as a uh, modern language for public schools. But then again, hundreds of universities and colleges are offering uh, sign language programs and classes. And there's also a growing population of uh, elementary, secondary, and post-secondary second language learners learning ASL in classrooms. Uh, by being proficient in sign language, you will be able to communicate with a wide range of deaf and hard of hearing individuals in your community and business people in your community. Uh, Sign language is deeply rooted in the deaf community and deaf culture. And by learning sign language, you will have a better awareness and sensitivity to the deaf culture. Many deaf individuals speak on this feeling of belonging among after meeting someone in this type of environment, and this sense of home after meeting another deaf person. This goes the same for when you learn their language. Yeah. The same belonging or home. Um, Unfortunately, we live in the era where active shootings are increasing in frequency and severity, and especially in school settings, the use of sign language can be more important. The ability to use the ability to communicate without your voice and instead your hands, rendering your words completely silent, can quite literally be a lifesaver. Mm, uh, but just think of how these deaf children feel now without the widespread knowledge of how to communicate with ASL. They are at a detrimental disadvantage and restricted from otherwise vital information. And this is just one struggle that they deal with, which is all the more to introduce the integration of teaching ASL in schools across the U.S. Cool. According to the Hearing Health Foundation, 1 in 5 Americans have hearing loss in at least one ear, and 3 out of every 1,000 children are born deaf or hard of hearing. Looking at these staggering statistics, it's obvious why people with the skills to work with deaf individuals are increasingly in demand. According to the ASLTA, the American Sign Language Teaching Association, there is a great need to increase availability of qualified ASL interpreters in the community and mainstream programs in schools and college/universities. Some places interpreters are in demand include hospitals, uh, courts, governmental agencies, community activities, local, county, and state legislatures, and law enforcement and emergency response also benefit from a knowledge of ASL. Uh, Another article from the ASLTA states, today's students are diverse learners and using sign language promotes faster academic achievement within the classroom. All teachers should explore the possibility of using sign language in their classroom to enhance speech and development with students. Children can see, hear, and feel the words they are learning, and it can also be a positive multimodal teaching solution. At the end of the day, uh, there's just too much positive research out there to just uh, positive research out there to not invest some quality in some quality ASL training. So spread the word, get your hearing friends involved, and at the very least, they will be improving their communication, language, and spatial skills, and opening the door to building some great friendships in the deaf community, as well as some career opportunities later in life. Thank you.